Hey, Shabbat Shalom everyone. I am coming to you live from my kitchen because I wanted to show you some of the fascinating fruits and vegetables that we have here in the Wild's kitchen. We've got onions and an avocado, an apple, an orange. And the reason I'm sharing my very exotic fruits and vegetables with you, and potato of course, banana, is because this week's Parsha, Parsha B'Shalach, is the paradigmatic Parsha of Miracles. There are more supernatural events and miracles that take place in this week's Parsha than any other Parsha in the Torah. You've got the splitting of the Red Sea, and God tells Moses to speak to the rock so water can come forth from it. You have the first appearance of God's cloud of glory, and at night, God's cloud of glory turned into a pillar of fire. You have the manna falling from the heavens, all of these supernatural events. And a lot of people always say to me, Rabbi, why can't God just do a miracle? If I saw manna falling from the heavens, if I saw something supernatural, I too would believe in God and I would follow in His ways. And my answer is always the same. You see miracles every day. Do you know what it took to grow this apple, this orange, this potato? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just not supernatural. It's finding God in the natural. And I'm speaking about this also this Shabbat because Sunday night, Monday of this coming week is Bshvat, the 15th of the month of Shvat, which the Mishnah tells us is Rosh Hashanah Le'ilanot. It's the new year for the trees, which was the day that our ancestors in the temple would tithe their crops and bring them to the Kohanim and the Leviim and the poor people in the temple. And when the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed and all that stopped, so Tu B'Shvat today is basically sort of Jewish Arbor Day. It's our day to appreciate trees and the fruits that they bear. Now, who cares? A tree, a fruit, an orange, what's the big deal? We take this stuff for granted. That's exactly my point. Because God can be seen not only in the supernatural, but God can be seen in the natural. And I can argue that we are supposed to have developed ourselves to a place where we could see God where He's a little more hidden. Right? You can't see God here. If there was manna falling from the heavens, you'd be like, oh my God, that's God. Right? But we are supposed to have advanced. We're supposed to have matured a little from our ancestors who didn't believe in God, who were enslaved in Egypt and needed to be proven and needed to be demonstrated that there was in fact a God. So what did Hashem do? He took our ancestors into the wilderness where there's nothing else other than God and you. And their clothing was preserved because of God. Their food, the manna came down only because of God. God was in their face. Does God need to be so obvious and apparent for us to see Him? Excuse me. Our goal in Judaism is to reveal God where He is hidden. And that's why seeing Hashem in these fruits and these vegetables, in a sense, is a greater revelation of the Almighty and is really fulfilling our purpose and mission in this world to reveal God when He doesn't look so apparent. And that's why we recite blessings. We are not blessing the food and we're not blessing God. What we're doing is we're acknowledging that God is the source of all blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam borei pri ha'etz. Unbelievable. It's delicious. But you know why it tastes better? Because I made a bracha on it. I didn't bless it, and I didn't bless God. God doesn't need our blessings, and neither does the fruit. What we're doing is we're acknowledging that God is the source of this fruit. And we're using food not simply to sustain ourselves, but to connect ourselves with Hashem, fulfilling the Jewish mandate of revealing God when He is hidden. Shabbat Shalom.